Here's the deal. I get this question all the time. PZ, how do you make this thing? So we're going to do that. Real quick, make a cylinder. Okay. Go to edit mode. We'll scale it. We're going to duplicate said cylinder, right? We're going to hide one. I'm going to go in here. And this is where things get tricky. You need to do this, right? We're going to add a simple deform. And we're going to twist it, okay? On Z. I need to twist it like this, okay? Now we apply simple deform. Go in here, we select. We're going to select more. That didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. All right, we'll do this instead. Let's do. Yeah, we could do that. Actually, you know what? We could do one. Check this out. Control I, X, delete. All right. Now, hold H and /. We got that cylinder back. We got this. Let's do a wireframe view real quick. So what I want to do is grab all of these and rotate them. This. You see, like it like unfurls because Blender doesn't know it's the middle. So 3D cursor, R and Z if you need to. You can do this like this, but we want to do a shrink wrap. Pick the object. And we want to do a subdivision several times for the shrink wrap. And we want to keep corners. Watch what happens here. I'm going to R and Z it now. And the shrink wrap, for the most part, works. You might have to scale it in a bit. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is in edit mode, duplicate, rotate, on Z, hold control. We're going to do that again. 180 degrees. No, 180 degrees. Sorry. That. Yeah. So this is what's fun. What we're trying to create here is not this, obviously. We're going to turn on end results with the subdivision, end results with the shrink wrap. We're going to turn on snapping, face project, and we might do a line rotation as well, or backface culling. And so we want to take this piece and this piece, right? We want to have them kind of combined together. So I'm just going to press F here, and not sure how about that just yet, but let's try to do an extrusion this way. Don't use that 3D cursor no more. Yeah, maybe we do extrusion here with 2. Okay. We're going to get rid of a few of these. Actually, this shading, this is confusing, right? Let's do retopology shade real quick, and then we'll turn wireframes off. That's more like it. These ones should not be rolling up onto the top here, but somehow I've managed to do that. Whoops. Let's just delete the tops so that we're not so close to that edge. Bottoms. I know it's confusing. It's like a convoluted method of like trying to work this shape out. Unfortunately, this shape requires this nonsense. Otherwise, I would say don't do that. We need this to go over to here and merge to there at last. Okay. This can merge here at last. This can merge here at last. We're going to fix this corner here in a second by bringing this one in, this one in, merge at last. Oh, at last. Excuse me, by distance, not at last. Okay, we're getting there. Ooh, look at that. Crazy. What? Okay. I want to try to get this all worked out so that it, A, doesn't do that, but B, why am I extruding? What is going on here? I want that vertex. Oh. Trying to get this going right here. And unfortunately, I got to have this extra edge. Maybe I can just get rid of it. N press N key, do bevel, no, vertex crease. So close to being wrong. Not not quite right. Quite entirely wrong either, though. Vertex crease is almost working the way I want. I don't need to crease it fully. Yeah, so this shape was giving someone trouble, and I'm telling you right now, when someone's like, "Oh, how do you model this?" And it's like, "Oh, I would love to give you a simple answer, but not not a simple answer, hardly if ever." But a lot of times you can find a way to do it. Gotta play around with the shapes. And the only reason we're using the subdivision this way is because otherwise we run into this situation where, like, it's too much geometry. It's just too much stuff to work with, and, you don't want that. And these ones in the middle as well, we might have to eyeball these ones and just try to get them as best as we can, try to make them. But when we do it this way, at least, then if we had to do it on the bottom, guess what we're gonna end up doing? The bottom 2, possibly. Might be able to get away with some kinda mirror to get that to work, but not a guarantee. Anyways, so we get all that going. I'm gonna forward slash it and isolate it so we can just see this. Turn backface culling on. Might get away with the solidify now, if you're okay with the way it solidifies. We'll get away with that, right? So it looks terrible, right? But we're gonna add, you guessed it, one more subdivision. Okay. When we add this subdivision, still looks absolutely atrocious, right? That solidify. Go back to it. Edge data, you can increase the inner and outer like that. So the second subdivision now will be a little bit better. You increase the first one if you need to make it a little bit sharper, perhaps. And that second one will be the one that smooths it. So a little bit rough. Oh, the second one, by the way, don't use the creases. But it's going to do something like you only need like one or two. The first one would be the dense one. Okay. If it shrink wraps and it does this number where it looks bad, go back to the shrink wrap object. This one. Add creases here and here. Okay. And extrude, or excuse me, you can just inset it. And you don't necessarily need the crease on the middle one. But if we subdivide this now, we get this. So when we look at the other one, I pushed it on the outside so we can see them both. Yeah, there we go. Now you'll notice that this one doesn't have all that faceting, right? Unfortunately, this is a dense model, but if you're really trying to create this kind of a setup, I mean, that you got to go through this. You may also find that this corner here might not work exactly the way you want. So you can maybe merge it and get an extra edge or whatever this thing is. What the heck is going on here? Blender, what is merge at last? Oh, what? Yeah, yeah. Merge by distance. Let's do a vertex snap real quick. Snap it to and we'll merge by distance. Should take care of that, yeah. You can crease this one. You can control these curves a little at least, right? So yeah, vertex creasing is actually kind of required for some things, surprisingly. That's the kind of result you want or you're going for. That's what you want right there. Something like that, maybe. That's a stupid complicated shape to make, but yeah, it happens, I guess, right? You could probably balance some of these as well. They don't necessarily turn up. They don't necessarily have to be like perfectly left and right. I balance them a bit. I'll see why not. That one stays. Trying to create that shape there. These other ones you can balance. When all is said and done, you SZ and 0. Maybe these ones too, SZ and 0. I keep them flat. And this one, you might be able to get away with vertex snap, and you do, in our case, GY, full control. If you don't, like, let's say you were modeling over here, and you do G, Shift, Z, and hold control. That's the other little trick, I guess. And as a result, you get this mesh right here, and that is how you model that, guys. All right, so I'll see you in the next one.